Hi, everybody.
Hello, Miss Cindy. How are you tonight?
I'm great. How are you, Miss Rebecca?
I am good. I am excited to share our items that we're going to have at our marathon auction and lots of great stuff. I'm sure you have some goodies over there as well.
Yep, I got a whole host of things from low end to high end. So I'm going to have something for everybody. Not going to do a bunch of big lots. I'm going to do mostly single pieces. I may have a lot or two, and I know Miss Vicky's going to do a jar for each of her shifts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's going to do an actual jewelry jar. And she's got some fantastic stuff. So a jewelry jar from Vicky would be like amazing. I'm sure I'm going to bid on it.
Well, I was going to say now I might have to stay awake a little longer then to see what we got, right?
Yeah, probably be a good idea for her to auction at the beginning of her shift because, while a lot of people are in, give everybody a shot at it for you ladies who do not. And I'm sure it's going to be fairly large jars too, knowing Vicky, but Vicky is extremely generous and she always gives away so much stuff. So, yeah, if you ever purchase from her, you know what I'm talking about. You get a lot of bang for your buck.
Oh, yeah. And a few jars.
Okay, so
there.
why we're on now is we're doing a little bit of preview. If you're in the chat, say hello. I don't see anybody in yet, so unless I have up the wrong chat. Do you see anybody in the chat? Not yet. So
we have 4 watchers.
Okay, so the comment did just go out. So hello everybody that's in the chat. Let's see, I did have one comment there. Roberta, hi Roberta, how are you? And Sandra Hurt, hi Sandra, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Hope you're doing well. But we are on tonight because, as you guys know, let me shut my door because
yes, hi ladies, and thanks for joining us.
I don't hear the TV outside, and the dogs will keep coming in. Anyways, as you guys know, Thursdays, beginning at midnight on Thursday night, we are going to do a 24-hour auction. It will be on this channel. It will be Vicky, Roberta, Vicky, and I.
No, it'll be
Rebecca, Vicky, and I. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Got my rows mixed up, but anyways.
Well, I'm a row. She's a row.
Right. It'll be 24 hours. We'll all stay on as long as we can, but we obviously, I can't. I know there are some of you that can go a whole 24 hours nonstop talking, and do the, stay awake, but not without a big jug of coffee would I be able to do that anymore. So we'll do it in shifts, but the auction will be continuously for 24 hours. And we each have our different reasons as to why we're doing it. Rebecca will tell you. Mine is mostly because I want to, sell individual items instead of lots to give everybody in, every income bracket or every dollar value, because, not everybody can afford to spend $25, $30 on a ring. So I'm going to do individual items and do some more of the, I am going to do, some of the same stuff I usually do, some of my higher end items, but I am going to concentrate on doing a lot of the costume jewelry and signed costume jewelry too.
And well, we're going to show items tonight on my channel, and then we are on. Hi, Anamora. How are you, honey? We're going to show some preview items tonight on my channel, and then tomorrow we are going on Cindy's channel to show some more items, because in 24 hours, that's a long time and a lot of items. So we're going to try and show you as much as we can.
I'm hoping Vicky's going to join us tonight too with some of her goodies. I know she's got a lot of stuff ready, so I'm hoping she's going to pop in here at some point. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yep. Did you want to go ahead and start, Miss Cindy?
You can if you're ready. Go ahead.
No, I'll let you.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll grab my little sterling bags here.
Okay, so go ahead and enlarge me then, and I'll just start showing you some of the things that I'm going to show. or have. I'm going to go ahead and lower my camera so you can get a better view of the jewelry. Let me move those out of the way. And I'm going to have some non-jewelry items too, but I'm going to have a lot of different things. This is actually a new bracelet, and I believe it's an India brand, and it's actually new. Still has the tag inside there, but this is a brand called Two's Company, and it is, even though it has still has a tag in it, I believe it's an older bracelet, but it's brass and a really dense dark wood. I don't know if this is ebony or what kind of wood this is, but it is very dense and very dark. So that will be in tomorrow's auction. This is probably a small to medium. I can get it over my hand. I mean, I have a fairly large hand, so it will fit mine. And just a lot of things like this big enamel cuff bracelet. I've got a lot of enamel bracelets, some really nice ones I'll be having in. I have this, some of the higher end things will be things like this. I have this beautiful petal pearl necklace. It has yellow, almost a daffodil yellow color. They're very beautiful. They're a little bit brighter than what's on the screen, but they're not super bright. And these are actually faceted peridot. They're not crystals or glass. They're actual peridot. And I'm not sure if this clasp, I'm going to have to test it. I don't know if this clasp is 14 karat or what the clasp is. Well, let me try with a magnet and see. Okay, it's not magnetic, so it may be a gold wash, or it may actually be 10 karat. I don't know. I'm going to check it, but this came from an estate sale a couple of weeks ago. But this is a gorgeous, beautiful set of pearls. I've seen the flat pearls before, but this is the first time I found the round, flat ones. So that is one of the things that will be in. Then I have just a regular string of pearls knotted, and these I believe are 14 karat gold balls on here. I will again test those. This also came from the same, I tend to find a lot of pearls and I love them, so I always buy them. And I keep more than I probably should, but I do also sell some. Hi, Anna Moran. Hi, Only in My Dreams. How are you? But this is a very long strand, super long strand. So you could double this, maybe even triple it. Or if you are a crafter, you could break it up and use it for crafting. But it is a shame to break up knotted pearls. They are knotted. Okay, so one more item. Okay, here is a kind of a, and then we'll let Rebecca show a couple. Here's a good representation of some of the costume stuff I will have. This is not signed, but it is a beautiful pendant. And it,
I like that.
Yeah, it's a really well-made, beautiful pendant. And I have it on one of these, like, collar type, what would you call this? That's the word I'm looking for. If Biggie was here, she'd have it in a minute. It's the stiff, and the word is on the tip of my tongue. It's like a Greek. It's a Greek sounding word. Oh my God. But anyway,
myself.
Excuse me?
I said I'm trying to think of it myself.
Yeah, it's well, not really omega, because omega comes to a point, but it is a stiff type, and it is older. It's got a vintage style clasp on it, so it's an older chain. And so there you go. That's 5 items. We'll let Rebecca show 5 items. That this is a beautiful necklace. So
it is very pretty. And what is, so it's not going to fit like choker style. It's going to lay down a little lower.
Excuse me?
I said it's not like choker. It's going to lay down a little lower.
No, it is choker. It's probably like 16 inch, but it's stiff though.
Okay.
I'll get my neck and show you how it will hang real quick here.
Oh yeah, that's very pretty.
But it's a beautiful, and it almost looks like a cross, but it's not, because it would kind of be upside down, but it kind of reminds me of a cross almost.
Like a Celtic.
But I think it's really pretty with the blue rhinestones in it, or the kind of aqua color rhinestones.
It is.
Okay, you can go ahead and switch over to me.
Alrighty, thank you. Okay, I'm not getting big there. There we go. Come on. Okay, I will have, and don't hold my feet to the fire that every item you see is going to be on the auction, that the majority of it will, I hope, but I'm sure I'll switch things around as I get towards the closer to the auction. I always do that. But I'm going to put, what do you call it? I will have sterling silver and gemstone rings, sterling necklaces. I'll have jade. I'll have gemstones. I'll have cameos. I'll have fashion, a little bit of everything for everyone. So I'll have items that will start for a couple bucks and then on up on the pricier things. But just like Cindy said, we all believe, her, Vicki, and I all believe in having things that are affordable for everyone. So, you know, it isn't always, you know, about the money, but that everybody is excited and feeling welcome and that they are, you know, able to participate as well. So with that said, let me show you a few pieces here. This one is a cameo. Let me see if you can see her there. She's green. And then we've got the pearl mixed in here with, it's got some glass, and then it has the little jade pieces. The lighter green is the jade, and it's got the green glass. And then here is the cameo, and here is the back of her. And she is just precious. I love the ones that are different than just, you know, the tan kind of background, as I call it, and the white heads. I mean, those are still beautiful, but I love whenever I get the stuff that is a little bit different. If now Vicki is not here, if she was, I would be asking her what this stone is. Because like I always say, the two stones I know are gallbladder and kidney. So, yes.
She knows more than she thinks she does, though. She's picked up a bit.
And she does not mean by pickpocketing, right?
No.
Here's another.
No pickpocketing. Kind of hard to do over the internet.
Exactly. But see the different colors here on this one?
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm going to work
a sterling piece
on the lighting. I don't believe so. But again, I will confirm. Here's the back of it. There's no marks or anything on it. And so there is
the nickel silver. I have a couple of pieces set in that nickel silver, and it really looks like sterling. It doesn't discolor. It looks so much like sterling.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't turn or anything on it. Yeah, and they're all done like that on the back. You can see them. So that is two things there. This beautiful bracelet, and this has got the cameo lady on it. It has the butterflies. It has a fan, almost like the Damascene kind of things. And that is the stone behind it. This bracelet, I am so in love with it. Again, I will try and have these things up for auction, but this in person, I fell in love with it.
Right.
Absolutely fell in love with it.
Said, I'll put in everything that I have time for.
And then, oh, I also have, of course, Native American pieces. I do have those as well. I have several bracelets. I don't always do a lot of bracelets. People buy those all the time from me, like on the side. And there is the back of this. Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
But I'm going to try and have more.
Is that carved, Jade?
It is. I have to look on my paper. It is carved, so you can see them.
Beautiful.
In there, isn't it? Yep. So some of these, like I said, I'm going to be willing to part with. I don't know how many of them. And this one is just a fashion piece here, right there.
Nice.
And that I love. Yep. And I want to show you, I also will have a few amber pieces as well. And I have it's my turn next, but I have one that is super nice. This one here is all glass, and it just glistens. There we go.
Oh yeah, the dichroic glass. Those look like homemade glass beads. Those are gorgeous.
Isn't that pretty? So, and again, Christmas is literally right around the corner. So if not for yourself, yeah, look at even the bale on it is glass.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and there's the size of it. So, but so if you see pieces, you could always take a note. You know, what I do sometimes, if I see things ahead of time, I will rate them from a 1 to a 5. And then I'll write a description down, and then I'll ask, hey, is this piece coming up or whatever? So I know, you know, where to spend my money, if that makes any sense at all. So this one here is our clasp back here in the back. And I think this is my last item, and then it's going over to Cindy. This is all gemstone, but I chose this because it has all the beautiful colors of fall in it. And look at the
beautiful. That looks like the what do they call it? Dragon's blood agate.
I don't know, but
colors like that.
This stone. Let me see if I put the light up a little bit more. If it there, you can see it a little bit better. But this stone is simply stunning. And then all the other ones that are up here, everything is all gemstones on it. But it's a great, great piece. So, okay, and we are going to go back to Miss Cindy here.
Okay, so let me give you kind of an eclectic mix here. So I have 2 pairs of vintage 40s, 50s gloves. I have a blue pair, the other blue one's down there somewhere, and then a brown pair. So those will be in, I think these are probably, let's see, I have a fairly large hand, so I wear a medium and a latex glove. And these are a little bit tight, but when I got my rings on. Without my rings, they would probably fit me perfectly. You can see my rings bulging in them. But these I bought in Indiana from a little antique place that we kind of wandered into. It was one of the few things I could afford in there. And okay, then I have a lot of things like this. This is a gorgeous gold tone chain. And it has just a beautiful toggle on it. It's just a beautiful chain. It doesn't have a pendant. It doesn't need a pendant. It's pretty fancy without it. But beautiful piece.
It is very pretty, very classy.
Yeah, very pretty. Stands on its own. It doesn't need a pendant. Okay, let's see. What else do I have? I have a lot of those styles like that type of thing. I've got a bunch of these that just look gorgeous on their own, this kind of a thing. And this one's another example, and it is a beautiful silver tone, very shiny. Okay, and I have, let's see, I've got a bunch of brooches. I will have a bunch of signed and unsigned brooches. So I'm just going to put out a little mixture of brooches here. Let's put this down. Like these 2 lizards are really cute. Little turtle, and it has a head that bobbles. Little shark's tooth, which kind of some contrast here. Shark's tooth with a bow. So a lot of different brooches. These aren't signed, but I will have some signed ones. And I have this one that it totally looks like sterling silver, but it is not. But it is a very old one. It has that handmade hook.
C-class?
Excuse me?
C-class?
Yeah, it has the C class. And It's a beautiful brooch, and it has an actual agate in there. It is natural stone. So I'll have a bunch of brooches like that, and I will have some beaded bags. I'll have a bunch of different purses, but I'll have some beaded bags, and I'll just put out a few to give you an idea here of the kind of bags I'll have. This is a really pretty one. This one is not as old as these two, and of these two, this one is the older one. This is probably 40s here, and this one is the same style. It might be 40s, but it might be a little bit newer too. They are the same brand. You can usually tell by the tag inside, so I'll have to research it. This brand changed their tag a few times, so I'll have to research that. Let me see if they do have the same tag, so that means they're from the same decade at least. So I'll have to look at them again and see which decade this tag is. And let's see. I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, and then we'll show Rebecca. I have this. Now this I'm a little bit confused about. It is not magnetic. On one side of the clasp, and I don't know if I can get it to focus, but when on one side of the clasp it says 14/20, which usually means 14 karat. When it says 1/20, it's gold filled. But this one says 14/20 on one side, but on the other side it looks like it says GF, which is gold filled. So I'm a little confused about that one, so I have to do a little more research. But this is got some Swarovskis on it, and it's got some really beautiful beads.
Very, very pretty. You can show a few more, Cindy, because I can't count. I went to 7.
That's okay. You can go ahead and flash back to you.
Okay.
I showed mine in kind of groups, so go ahead and go back to you.
Okay.
Just so I can cover more and showing them in groups.
This is a full squash blossom necklace. I have a couple of them. This is one of them here. And if my friend does not have the other one that I had that someone was supposed to take, it is actually bear claws and white buffalo. So if she has not finalized stuff with the buyer, I will bring that on air, but that is $6,000. So, you know, if somebody is, you know, for sure.
You have an actual sterling silver?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I got it.
Yeah, those are really high.
Right. Well, I got it for someone, and my friend that lives here that is Native American, the person I got it for, I gave them what I paid for it. I said, you can have it at my price. And then the person backed out on it and said, no, husband, yes, their husband won't let them buy it. So my friend who sells here locally, she took it and said, minimum of $6,000. And so she has a buyer, a longtime buyer of hers, that they're just trying, I guess, to work out the financials on it. So I should know hopefully before Thursday if the gentleman is taking it. But yeah, so I bought it for under $200. I paid $175 for it, and hopefully she is selling it now for $175
because those are worth thousands usually.
Well, like I said, she's got a buyer at $6,000 on it. So, wow. And I did it just to pass it along. The person thought they were getting remember I told you the story, the person thought they were getting a different squash blossom that I just showed them that to let them think that's what they were getting. And it wasn't that at all. It was going to be the white buffalo one. So,
oh, wow.
But here is the next necklace. This is all, what do you call it here? Oh my gosh.
Sodalite?
Sodalite. Yep.
Ooh, what a pretty piece of sodalite. Like the black in it.
Yeah, sodalite and lapis I love. And this, I love the shape of the stones on this. You know how they're squared off and look like macaronis. And the nice part about this color, especially if you are a jean wearer, and I know you guys are going to get sick of me saying it, but the number one staple piece that you need for year round is a great denim jacket. So I just got mine in several weeks back. I even showed it to Kim. I was so excited about it. Oh, and while this is flailing around here on my hand, this is also a ring that is, I need to check the size on it here for you, but this is one that will be up as well.
Oh, pretty.
Isn't it? And it is it's too big on my middle finger here. I mean, yeah, look at it, just the ring by itself. You know what it looks like, and then here's the back of it there. And I'm going to confirm it again. It is a 9.5 is the size on it.
Wow.
Yep, and it is a show piece. So, but I will have several rings. We could do nothing but rings, both. What do you call it?
Which is probably what I'll do, is like an hour of brooches, an hour of necklaces, an hour of rings kind of thing.
Well, my brooch collection has now surpassed well over 800. So
Wow.
yeah, I'll be putting brooches in. And then we have this one here, again with the gemstones. And gemstones is something that everybody can wear. You know, you can add pendants to this. I already thought of one that I wanted to put on this one. But it's for your everyday wear, dress up. I love to layer. And if you guys want to do a show one day, let me know on layering your stuff together, and you know how you can mix your colors. We can do that, because people stop me all the time and ask about my jewelry, and they're like, I would never think to put those colors together or to do this or that. And so I can show you how you can do that and create some unique looks. Okay, now see, I will show you, like here on this one, I would do these two together. This is the one that I have the ring. I showed this to you guys. It coordinates with the bracelet, and then I have the ring. That is the necklace here.
Oh, wow.
And then
is that spiderweb turquoise there?
Again, I'll have to look on my list. I was just gonna show the things on
Oh,
them.
that's pretty, the bracelet.
Is
that chunks, or hold that up again? I was trying to see if it was pieces inlaid there, or it was, okay, that looks like inlaid pieces.
This is inlaid. Mm-hmm.
Okay, when I caught a glimpse of it, it looked like the spiderweb turquoise for a minute.
I do have, I'll show it tomorrow once I'm done with my sorting stuff, but I do have one that is chunks of coral, not coral, of turquoise. You know, they're nuggets, and then it has the smaller pieces up here on the band that goes around your neck, you know, so they're like the little round medallion type.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And this one here, now see, and two, I love coral, and some people do, others aren't real familiar with it. Cindy, how many did I show already? Like,
I don't know. Go ahead and show a couple.
Okay, I'll just show two.
I'm just showing mine in groups.
Okay. This here, see this one here with the coral, it's actually, it's not orange, it's red, but it's appearing red on there. But see, I would take that and wear it as my shorter one, and then I would drape my longer turquoise down over it. And then if I wanted to add like a touch of bling, you know, I could do a rhinestone one in there, or even something in brown or a purple. But again, if you guys want to do a layering show, we definitely can do that. And I can show you how in 1 week you can wear the same pieces and nobody will even know it's the same pieces. And then this is the last one that I will show you. Again, this one is gemstones. And I specifically have been searching out and through my stuff for all of the things that have the fall colors and that are gemstones, because these are pieces that they're never going to lose their value. You know, they just continue to go up and stuff. And I know you guys get tired of me saying it, but it's like, be smart with your money, buy those investment pieces that, you know, it's going to have some kind of a value. If you ever needed money, you could sell your jewelry. So that's my.
Yep. Your jewelry can always bail you out.
Mm-hmm. It definitely can. So, I mean, even if you're pawning, it can. So, well, Cindy, I will switch back to you now so you can show some of yours.
Okay. So next up, I have some earrings. These are all signed. I will have some signed and unsigned in post and clips. These are vintage Sarah Coventry's, and then I have these vintage PSK. And then I have some little more modern, beautiful crystals on this, Vera Wang. Let me get those to focus. So I'll have a bunch of earrings. I'll probably do at least an hour on earrings, both signed and unsigned, all different styles, a post, little cameo post. So I have a bunch of those. I have a 1920, I have several 1928 pieces. I think I even have another 1928 cameo. I have this little 1928, which is very classic 1928 here, delicate, classic. Beautiful color, and this one does still have the tag. Right there is the tag, and this is kind of a bronze color. And as you can see, even when it's a smaller piece like that, it'll have that design on the back, 1928. Actually, this is copper, not brass. I'm sorry. So you're always going to find that design on the back of any of their pieces. I have this Myler Italy bracelet. It's a sterling silver with these gold washed bars. They're not solid gold, but they are gold washed across the top of them. But it's in really good shape, and it's Myler. It's from Myler, Italy. It actually says Myler on one of these things. And Myler makes pretty high-end pieces, awesome jewelry pieces. But it says Myler right there, and then Italy 925 on the other end. And I'll give the particulars on this, but just want to give you basically a chance to look up some of the signed pieces, and then I'll show you this before we go back to Rebecca, another pearl necklace. And if we are showing something tonight that you really are interested in at the time of the auction and you haven't seen it yet, just holler at us. But this is some really cool pearls here. They're coin pearls, but they all have this where they were attached to the shell kind of still.
Oh,
What I understand, this is what when they make a pearl, when they do cultured pearls like this, when they cause it to form a pearl, they put a grain of sand or they put something in there. And that is where this started at before it formed the round one. So that's what these tails are, is the actual piece of whatever they put in there to make the pearl start forming. But really cool, and it's got a really awesome, I don't know if this is sterling or not. I haven't tested it. Let's check. This might be sterling. I'll have to test it on the clasp, but it's definitely has an older style vintage clasp. Has a hook. This came from an estate sale also, but you hook it in there and then push it into the ball. So it's got kind of that hidden clasp. Okay, back to you, Rebecca.
ready? Okay. This is, let me take off my, look how you can see that ring. See, and if you put it on your forehead, nobody even notices you. They just look at your ring on your forehead.
Yeah, you would be stuck on that for sure.
Yeah. Not your hand on your forehead, but just the ring on it.
I would be stuck on the ring. I would be going, God, Rebecca, that's a gorgeous ring.
I know. This is one of the rings that I have right here, if you can see it. It is a labradorite. It is in a size 7, and it is sterling silver. So I'll put it down on my pinky because it's too big on my pinky and it's too small on my ring finger. And this is also great too if you wear, up on the knuckle. See what that looks like? So, but that's a great one. Again, it's a size 7. And if you're not a size 7, you can always, and this is a thicker band, so you definitely can go up 1 size, if not 2. See the size on that band?
Yeah, it's nice thick band.
So yeah, so you would be able to, you know, most likely.
Definitely.
You could go up in that, and that is 10 carats of labradorite. That is there in that. Let me see. This is a cool one. This is, again, I like the stuff that's different. Some people might have other words for it. I'll call it different. It has your shepherd's hook up here on the top. It's got just a glisten of the little silver beads. And then it's got the pendant down here on the bottom that is brass. And see, you can see the size of the stone that's on there. And this is just beautiful on. I had to try this on a few times and just stand in front of the mirror with it on. This is a great, this, just like when I say a jean jacket is a staple piece, so is a piece of jewelry like this, because you can wear this with it being black, you know, it's got the specks of the silver in the top and the gold down here. So it's mixing silver and gold together, but you can wear this with purple, with brown, with black, with white, with red. It works as a neutral piece. So you're going to get, you know, the most bang for your buck on something like that. And this is one of the jade pieces. I've had a few of these before. It comes on the long adjustable cord. You know that it's all hand done. And let me put it on the stand here so you can see it. But I've had a few of these, but look at the color. This is almost a white jade. And then see how the stripe goes right across it. And then, of course, this one is a separate piece. So if you didn't want to have them both there, you could always take off a larger piece and get two necklaces that are jade out of it. So, but that's a really pretty one. And again, it's a showstopper. So it's one of my personal favorites, you know, that I have that's in there. Now, this is another, tomorrow I will show more of the sterling pieces and stuff. Tonight I'm pretty much going to stick to gemstones. And this one here, we've got coral. I do not know what the other stones are. I think it is, well, they go from gray. They're gray down here on the bottom, and then they're like an off-white with a thing. So it's some sort of agate that's there. And then we have got, almost looks like mother of pearl up there on the top. And then it has, I have it on the wrong side. Then it has the little man down here on the bottom that he also is carved. But if you don't like him on there, there's the necklace without the man. You can always divorce him and get rid of him and take him off of there. If you like the man for conversation piece, there he is. I would just put a rhinestone on him maybe somewhere, give him a little bit of bling. But isn't that a stunning necklace? Got him there. And let me see here. This one, I mean, I'm telling you, if I could talk for 24 hours, and I can't, but if I could, it'd be kind of nice just to hold it up and go, you guys just do the price on it. But this is all glass, this one here. The fastener on this, I would put this in the front. Once you have it on, it's a little different. But here, let me show you. There's your fastener. And it's got like the shepherd's hooks back here on the back of it. But here is it's all cut glass. And look at that.
Nice.
Yep. When you have sparkle like that, it's money. You know, and again, there's your fastener in the back.
Get a good vintage crystal necklace like that, that was the very popular one in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
You know it. You know, looking at it, that it's 40s.
Exactly. And it just,
you can tell the difference and they say you can't, but I certainly can. And Vicki would probably say the same thing. When a crystal still has lead in it, then newer crystals that they're making now that they took the lead out of and added more facets, I can tell the difference. There's just such a difference in the sparkle.
Mhm. Definitely. Is it you now, Miss Cindy?
Excuse me? I don't care. Go ahead and show one more if you want.
Okay.
You got one in front of you. Show it.
Yeah. This one here is, I believe it is garnet. I'll show it to you there. And then it's got the rhinestone there in the middle. It has the shepherd's hook clasp in the back. And also too, now this one, it's going to run smaller. It's probably like a 15, 16. But all you do is in the back that's on your neck, add an extender or two. Nobody sees what's back here, you know? But see, this is what it looks like. Oh, that's I'm here wrong. And this in person, again, the lighting is just so off, but the stones on this are magnificent. And it is just such a beautiful, beautiful little piece there. So I hope that she finds a nice woman to wear her with some pride. All right, Cindy, I'm gonna switch to you.
Okay, I've got this a bit twisted, but I'm going to go ahead and show it anyway until I have it untwisted by tomorrow. But this is actually a signed piece here. And I am definitely the queen of statement necklaces. They find me, both signed and unsigned, but I find some really great statement pieces. This one I really love. It is, what did you call that one the other day with everything on it? But this is a great statement piece.
Oh, that's my they're my 1,000,002.
Yeah, this is 1,000,002, and it is signed. Where is the sign? There's the tag right there. Okay, so let's see.
Who's the maker on that one, Cindy?
Excuse me?
Who's the maker on that one?
Nancy somebody. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up so I know by the time we're back on. Okay. I'll look it up before I sell it, but it's Nancy something.
You know, we are getting a great shot of your legs there. And they
I have shorts on. I need to. I had to raise it up. I have my shorts and shirt, little tank top on because it's very hot in here tonight. Okay, let's see. Here's another great statement piece. This one, I'm not sure. I don't think this one's signed, but it is gorgeous. Let me check. No, this is not signed, but it is so cool. I don't even care that it's not signed.
I am the same way.
This is purple, turquoise, and gold crystals, beads, faceted crystal beads. And it hangs so beautiful.
Oh, that's pretty.
I show you the, I can get a close-up of the color of these. They're just gorgeous. I'll put it on the neck tomorrow. I don't want to waste too much time with that, so you can see how it hangs, but it's gorgeous. This is a really gorgeous statement piece. Okay, and I have several Alex and Ani bracelets. Here's a little beach-themed one.
Oh.
Starfish. And the usual stuff Alex and Ani puts on theirs. This is one of the recycle themed ones, I guess. Has the little recycle emblem on it. Okay, then I also have a very old set of vintage crystal clip-ons and a crystal necklace, and somehow I got it all tangled. Not sure. Let me look and see. I don't know. Okay, the jump rings definitely are not, but I will test this. The jump rings are not, but the chain might be sterling, so I'll have to test it. Let me see if I can get it untangled real quick. This is definitely really old crystals that's with lead in them. Okay, somehow I got it. It's 3-tier, but somehow I got it tangled, of course.
They're very fussy. I have a few like that too. My husband is the master at knots. He can get, knots out of things, but those little crystals are
My
very
husband used to always get the knots out of my gold chains for me, but I think he's run out of the patience for that. Well, I will get it straightened out before the auction, but it's 3 tiers of these gorgeous. These have so much sparkle. Look at the sparkle in those.
That is really pretty.
Yeah, when you see them sparkling like that and they look like diamonds, those are really old lead crystal beads. And then this little pair of earrings that are going to go with it. These are clip-ons. These are signed. Let me see what they say. These are signed to Germany, even better. These are vintage German clip-ons, no less, which means they are very high-end faceted crystal beads. Then my 5th piece is this. It is a also signed piece, and it is a 3-tier, I think. Three-tier, and what brand is this? So it has a chevron and then some really nice glass beads, a chevron, and then a little not halite, but the other one, the undyed, and it's undyed basically. And the brand on this one is let me find it. I think it's yes, it is. Premier Designs, got the little Premier Design tag, and you guys know I love Premier Design jewelry. Surprised I even sell it, but I'd love to keep every piece of Premier Designs that I get. I thought about collecting it because it is such well-made costume, but oh my God, my house would be so overloaded. So that's a Premier Design piece. This one is not super old. It's 90s, probably early 90s, but very cool. All right, your turn.
Okay, thank you very much. I will show tomorrow night again silver. I have a few Native American sets. I have a Zuni set, and then I've got a bracelet and some earrings that are silver and turquoise that are beautiful. So, but this is one of my brooches for tomorrow. And if I was a jewelry maker, I would make this little puppy into a ring. Wouldn't that be a beautiful ring?
Oh yeah, nice.
And here is the clasp on the back. It's not like the C, but it flips under there like it. So, it's just a different shape, but that is the brooch. And then I don't know how these beads are going to show on camera. Well, let me do this one first. This necklace is long, and it is a double layer. And I'm going to, you can see it there. The butterflies are actual feathers. And then it's got all kinds of glass and gemstone in here. And it is just such a beautiful piece. There, if you can see it there. So, but and again, that's something that you can wear pretty much with just a simple t-shirt or a long sleeve sweater or a long sleeve shirt, during the wintertime. pop in any color earring, and you're going to be the best dressed woman in the room without even trying. So this is one for a girl that is not shy and knows her stuff. There you go. It's the rose quartz with the amethyst mixed together. We've got the clear glass stones there as well. That's a pretty one. That one in person, the colors that's in that rose quartz, it's got like just a touch of a cloud in it that is so, so pretty. This is a vintage necklace. It is, of course, in Rebecca Blue, and it has, it is acrylic and glass mixed together.
Stephanie and Kim Cray and Connie, how are you?
And I fastened it on the wrong side, so let me get it right here to show you. But if you don't have beautiful eyes, this will help you look better, like you've got beautiful eyes. But here, see, it's acrylic. These are glass here, and then the brighter blue that is in there is also glass. The darker blue that's up in here, those are glass, and then these are. And then
nice. I love those kind of necklaces.
Yeah, and there's our vintage glass back here in the back.
I just love glass beads.
And see, me too. I could just sit and play with them. I'm guilty of like putting them in vases and stacking them up and then putting my flowers in them, depending on, you know, what the theme of the flowers is. I've got one that's sitting right over here that I did in like a rose quartz color and whites, but half of the vase is all beads that I put in there. I just love them. And then this one will be my last one. Then we'll go back to Cindy. Oh, the blue is showing good. That's the color of the blues in this. I'm sorry, but I do not know the stone. I think we'll call it blue badite. It was a name that we had made up for stuff that we don't know. We call it blue badite. It's blue and it'll be blue badite. Yeah. But there you go. And again, somebody that loves casual stuff and denim, especially in the fall, corduroys and stuff, this is a fantastic necklace. It's a staple piece. Okay, I think that is my 5, Miss Cindy.
Okay, so I have this bracelet. This bracelet is Amrit Singh, which is a Indian designer. It's a big clamp style bracelet, and the signature is right there. Is a pretty well-known Indian designer, I believe Indian designer, but a lot of detail on it.
Well, hold it still there. Hold it still so we can see the design. Move a little more so we can see it. Will that fit a size 7.5 wrist?
Probably. Yeah, I would think. It's let me measure it across for you. It has an inner diameter of 2.5 by 2.5, so probably. A small to medium is usually about 2.25, so it's a little bit bigger than that, but big old bracelet. It's older.
Okay, that's not going to fit then a 7.5. If it's a 2.25.
Yeah, 2.25 inch width.
Right. Okay. No.
Around the inner side, from the lip to the lip.
Okay. We do.
I'm a. Let's see what I am. Hold on, I'll tell you what size I am. I'm a 5.5 inch wrist, and it's pretty big on me. It's too big for me. That's why I'm not keeping it, because I love it, but it's too big on me.
I think it needs to leave the state of Virginia immediately.
Probably does.
Get rid of that thing.
Then I have this, and I can't remember. I'm going to have to look this up because people ask me all the time. But there's different lengths of pearls, and they call them like tea time, whatever, different lengths, rather than by inches is usually what they go by, but this is a Trifari set of pearls. So they're kind of a champagne color. They're not showing, the color's really not showing there, but they're a really nice set of Trifari pearls. They're fairly heavy and they're in very good condition. They're not all scratched and banged up.
Well, those are very
I don't know if anybody likes classic pearls, but I'll have to figure out the links on these and let you know. And then this I'm going to sell as a set. It is a quartz pendant and a bracelet. It's a big piece of quartz.
Mm-hmm. That's very pretty.
Of quartz, the cuff again. And I hate these big white cuffs like this, the type that you got to squeeze your hand into. I don't like those.
Okay, when you show the back of that on the size, is that what, maybe a size 7 to fit comfortably?
This one you probably could because it's got a lot of give there, but this one is again 2.5.
Yeah, see, it looks smaller.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of you know, you could stretch it out a little bit more and still not have it come off, but big, huge piece of quartz in that one. Let me see if I can get it to focus on the quartz. Almost completely clear quartz. It does have some, what do you call it in there? Trying to think, inclusions in it. It's not completely clear, but it's pretty clear. And then this also is a big hunk of quartz. This one's even more clear than the other one. And this one's on a fairly nice chain. It's a plain, like, curved chain, but I like the chain, and it's on a toggle, a front closing toggle. And it's like a brushed gold tone. So that I'll sell as a set. And I might have, I've shown this a while. A lot of this I've shown as I got it, but this I showed a while back. I just have held on to it because I love it, but I think I'm going to go ahead and give it up. This is, let's see, what brand is this? Oh, this is White House Black Market, which Do Your Homework is a high-end brand. Definite high-end brand up there with Brighton, basically.
Well, you know who put them on the map, don't you?
No, don't know.
Michelle Obama.
Did she really?
Yep, she would come. She would go to, not come. She'd never come to any of my public events, but she would go to public events wearing a $30-$40 dress from, you know, White House Black Market.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've certainly gone up in price now. Thank you, Michelle.
Yep.
But
And
this is a set bracelet and necklace, and it has the tag on both.
very pretty.
Yeah, I love this set. Nice. And those stones in there are faceted too. Needs a little cleaning up, but they're faceted. It's all fingerprinted. Okay, last piece, then we move on to you, is this big hunkin' statement piece, and this is actually signed. It's bubble bar. This is going to have to go on the neck again to show you. It's too big otherwise. This is the mother of all statement necklaces here. I think I showed this one the other day, but I actually love it. It's very heavy, but it's also very cool. Kind of a, even though it's bubble bar, it kind of reminds me of sort of a Middle Eastern design. And it's kind of a brushed silver. Huge statement necklace, though. Totally makes a statement. This is a piece that you wear with a plain dress, just a plain black dress or whatever color, and you don't need any other piece of jewelry other than this.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And that is going to look a lot prettier on than what it looks like on
Yeah, I'll put it on for you guys tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but on Thursday. I'll put it on and show you how it lays, because it actually lays very nicely. It really drapes very, very well.
Well, you could show it tomorrow, so.
Yeah, that's true. I'll have to put on a shirt like this will look good with, and I'll just throw it on before we start so y'all can see what it looks like. But very heavy piece, but really cool looking. don't know if I can. It's hard to show you the whole thing too. But there you go. That's my pieces.
Very nice.
You're up.
We want to close our sneak peek for tonight because we're already just a little over an hour. And, you know, I know we both have to work tomorrow and then, you know, get our stuff together. What do you think?
Well, I started, so you go ahead and do your last round unless you don't have it in you.
Oh, I have it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
You're up, 'cause I started, I think.
Yeah, because we could actually end up doing a marathon just showing you jewelry.
I know. I haven't even put a dent in it. It's even close.
Exactly. Well, I had like 8 overflowing containers to bring to show, and I thought, girl, who do you think you're going to show all this to in that amount of time? So yeah.
I mostly only even got to some of the signed pieces. I didn't put a dent in those. Didn't even go into my bin of signed brooches.
Yeah, I haven't done anything like that either. These are jade, and they are double hand knotted in between each stone.
Oh, nice.
And I doubled it here because it's a long strand. And I will give you exact measurements, you know, at auction. I will be prepared and have that for you. But this is a darn nice set because it's not just knotted once, it is double knotted. See that?
Yeah, usually they double knot on higher quality jade pieces.
And so that is like one of my ones. But again, I can't keep everybody.
And you notice they use the green thread on that one, right?
Use what, honey?
Green thread. They dye the thread the color of the jade.
Yep.
I've noticed that with a lot of the green ones, especially.
And this one here also. This is jade. I will have several pieces of it for the auction. I should have if I can part with it. But and this is a the carving in it is something there. I'm sorry, my contacts are already out.
Nice piece of jade.
But and then I showed you guys the earrings that I had, and let me show you this one here. The pearls on this are beautiful. Here is your clasp back here in the back, and these pearls just feel so darn good. But there we have another.
Oh, I love that piece of jade. Are those real pearls?
Yes, they are.
Very nice.
Yep. And this again, this is one that, I mean, you're talking money, guys. You know, this isn't it's not just your typical piece of.
Hey, it's just one of those items that if you're going to put it in auction, you don't start it for less than you can afford to put it out there for.
Yep. Well,
and if nobody gets it, then you just list it or you put it in another auction. But I wouldn't list it for lower than what it's worth.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't start it at less than what it's worth.
And I have several different brooches that are all the different stones. See this one here with the blue in it?
Ooh, pretty.
And here's another little one here. But I have several that they're all just different gemstones that are in there.
That blue one, cat's eye quartz?
Again, I'll have to look and see. Well, see, it's got like that starburst in it. There, can you see it? It's right.
Oh yeah, I see the starburst. Is that a star sapphire? Does the star move or is it stationary?
Stationary.
Stationary, okay.
Unless I had a few drinks, then I could tell you I don't drink, but I could maybe.
A star sapphire, the star will move as you move the piece, but it'll look like a star from any angle. It'll just change with the angle.
Yeah, no, she's staying in place. She's staying right there. And this little baby here, I love.
She might be quartz than the cat's eye quartz.
Yeah, well, she's a pretty one. I love when I get the blue stones and then the ones that are rare like that. So, but she's very pretty. This one is little cameo. Let me take the light off of her, and she's facing the opposite direction. Got little pearls around her. And then here is the back of her. See how you can see through the shell there on her? And
Oh, nice.
she
Yeah.
has the little bail so you can wear as a necklace or as a pendant. And this is just as sweet can be. Her hairstyle is also different, and that's how you can tell, on the ages of them, if they have
Yeah, by the hairstyle. Yep. And
Mhm.
the resin ones tend to have different hairstyles too than the shell ones.
Yep. And this one here, I showed you guys one night when we were just sitting and talking, I think, before a show. But this is pearls, and then that is jade on the bottom. Even the bail is jade, and this is an elephant. Let me place it on the stand. Yeah, so that's going to be going up because I truly want for some of these unique pieces to be in the hands of women that come to the auctions and watch stuff all the time, that they can have some pieces that are literally one of a kind pieces. So, and then the Lennox cameo, there she is. See, she's facing the opposite way of the little baby one. And then it's signed with the Lennox information right back there on the back. So she's a beauty also. And that is it in my stuff that I have to show. And let me bring Cindy up here. But there we go. I will put up the announcement tomorrow on my channel as well. That will be on Cindy's channel tomorrow night. So that way, if you forget, you can always see the announcement from me. And then in the description box, it will tell you where to go. And then we will show you some more stuff tomorrow night. So, but this is just so that you could get an idea of some of the stuff. And then there will be some prices that, you haven't seen before auction. But like I said, take notes because, you might think that you're only going to be on at this time or that time and get up for a drink. And then there you are in front of the computer. So take notes of stuff that you want because that way you can request things or, have an idea of the stuff that you like, and what's going to be coming up, and what I'm going to do too, this might be a little confusing for some people in the beginning until you get a hang of it, but because of the lag that we have on StreamYard, what I'm going to do is say, if I put up this necklace here, if I put this necklace up for bid and then I say going twice, then I'm going to set a 1 minute timer and that this item will have 1 minute. If nobody bids on it, past, say, Connie. So Connie is at $500 on this necklace. And thank you, Connie, for bidding that high, by the way. But Connie's at $500 for this necklace. So I will set the timer for 1 minute. If nobody comes in to bid on it after Connie, then it's sold to Connie whenever that dinger dings, because we have that 1 minute lag. So while we're waiting for the timer to go off, I will go ahead and start on the next item. So say like I just set the timer for Connie with a 1 minute, I'll say we have 1 minute warning for Connie, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring up the next item. So, and then when we hear the dinger go off, I'll say, thank you, Connie, for your bid of $500, but Kim has outbid you at $800. And then, then we will still do the back and forth. I'll bring this one right back up. So after a couple items, you'll get a hang of it, but I will always tell you that we are on timer at 1 minute. So that means you can still jump in, but as soon as that bell goes off, it's to the highest, to our highest person there. Okay. So not to the highest person at the bell. If someone else has jumped in, then once the bidding stops, I should say, on an item, that's when I will set the 1 minute bell. And then if no one has jumped in for us to open it back up, the 1 minute timer is set and then it will go to that person. But in the meantime, we'll be on the next item. So that way we can move.
Exactly. We'll do that to keep it moving so that there's not a lot of lag time, basically. So you don't have to sit through a lot of dead air, because once nobody's bidding, there's no point in, keeping it sitting there.
The lag can get to be even more. And if it does happen past that time, somebody can't just say, oh, I have a lag, because it'll show that you don't on down. But the 1 minute should at least be able to cover most people, because I don't want someone to lose something because they're lagging behind. The other way I can do that is we can also bring you on air and you can bid. If you've got a terrible lag, you can point your camera at the wall. You don't have to show your face, but then you could say, I bid 500, I bid 600, you know, so that way we've cured your lag and we can hear you live.
Oh, I just realized I even have a pair of brand new sunglasses that I'm going to put in there.
Yay.
Yeah, still in the box. Yeah, so tomorrow when we come on, I'll show more of the unsigned costume stuff, and I'll show you some of my sterling silver I'm going to have, and probably a few more signed pieces. But I probably get home earlier tomorrow, so I may be able to get an earlier start tomorrow. I don't know about you, Rebecca, but I will be home a little earlier tomorrow.
I should be, I hope. I will let you know, where I'm at in the day, how things are going. I just put my email address in here. Also, you see Sydney's on the screen. If there's something specific that you would like to see, if it's available to be in the auction, email either one of us. And that way, if any of us have the item, say you're looking for a Mushi doll pendant, well, then we're going to ask each other if anybody has got that to put it up for you. So if there's something specific that you like and want to make sure, I've already told you, like for me, it's I have sterling necklaces, sterling rings. I've got Native American sets. I've got jade, costume and sign. We're going to have stuff for everybody. But if there's something specific that you are looking for, email either one of us. And
yeah, so we don't waste a lot of time putting in items that nobody really wants to see. But like I said, I'm hoping to do a large variety of things from a few dollars on up to, a few of my better pieces. So just so that there's something for everybody.
Oh, let me just show this real quick. For you
Hey,
girls.
Kim, I'd love to see that. And earlier, Roberta, you made a comment about, to be 14 again. I think I'd love to look and feel 14, but I don't think I could mentally handle 14 again. Ugh.
Oh,
What a trying time. Oh, think about when you were 14. Wasn't that like the most trying time for a girl is 14?
Yeah.
It's got to be the worst age.
It's a hard one for sure. So, well, thank you all very much. And then we'll post, the time. Like I said, I'll have it on my channel so that people don't get lost and come here and not know where to go. And we'll show you lots of great stuff. Plus, there will be surprises. I'm always one to pop stuff in that you wouldn't expect. So.
Yep, that's true. Like I said, you could be anything in this auction. You never know. I think I even have a blouse that I'm putting in, a brand new blouse.
There you go.
So, and lots of purses, glasses, you name it. I've got it. The belts that I'm going to put in. I've got a couple of belts.
We're unicorn farmers, so I might bring one of my live unicorns on.
Oh, I'll bid on that.
Yes. Well, thank you, ladies, very much for joining us. And at least those of you that are here, you got the latest and greatest up front. And we will be back on tomorrow. And we're just as excited about doing the auction, so we can't wait to see you. So.
Yes, I am going to come home on Thursday and take a nap so that I am good to go for the most of the night. Yeah. And look what I have here. I have a huge big box from Vicki, so can't wait to open that. I know it's going to be fabulous.
Oh, yay.
Some of it's auction items I purchased from her, but probably half of it, at least half of it, is stuff that she gifted me. So she's extremely generous. So I can't wait to do a video on that and show you what's in there.
Well, we will see you tomorrow, ladies. And again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we will see you tomorrow. Put it on your calendar. We got a date. So
thank you, guys. We'll see you then. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.